switching gears from headaches to Alzheimer's disease, and to help us do that is the program director for Augusta's Alzheimer's Association. She's Beth Williams. Beth, thanks for being with us. I say Alzheimer's. You, during the commercial break, said Alzheimer's. Is it Alzheimer's?
Well, that's how I say it. That's how most people I know say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll switch to Alzheimer's then.
Thank you.
For the interview. You're welcome. Your button says the end of Alzheimer's starts with me. Y'all think y'all can cure this?
That's a big statement, isn't it? It's a big, bold statement.
Yeah.
And you did not miss that, did you, Brad? Do we think we can cure it? We'd like to cure it. That is the hope and that is the goal. You know, ultimately, the changing trajectory of Alzheimer's disease might be to still continue looking for a cure, but also find a way of maybe delaying the onset for 5 years as well.
And so when you say delaying the onset, you mean staying symptom-free for 5 years, buying us 5 more years?
Exactly.
How do you know you have it? When you start forgetting stuff, do you have it?
Well, you know, there are 10 warning signs, and one of them is memory changes that affect everyday life.
So you're not talking about like memories of my childhood, you're talking about memories of something somebody told me yesterday.
Well, let's say, have you ever lost your keys?
Oh, of course.
Right, and then you find your keys.
Yep.
Then you go to the car, and you sit in the car, and you have no earthly idea how to drive a car or start a car.
Oh.
That is a memory change that disrupts your daily life. Losing things, we were overwhelmed, we were preoccupied, we have lots of stress, we find things eventually. But not knowing how to drive a car when you've driven a car for 25, 30 years, that's a major issue, a major memory change.
Is that why sometimes dementia patients are angry and ornery because they're upset and they know what's happening to them?
You know, I can't say that I understand it completely.
I mean, haven't you seen them get grumpy and angry?
They get angry, they get grumpy because sometimes there's gaps in their memory and they can't fill the gaps. And then somebody walks up and says, well, don't you remember? We just talked about this. Don't you remember? We just did this. And then all of a sudden what they know to be their world, it's disrupted. And they don't always think it's them. Sometimes they think it's you. And then they do get frustrated and they do get angry, yes.
This is not a normal part of aging, though.
No, sir,
it's not supposed to happen to us. What causes it? Can you inherit the tendency to get Alzheimer's?
Well, see, the thing about Alzheimer's disease, there are some indicators. Like it's still considered a disease of old age. National data says more women than men, so there's a gender influencer. And yes, there is some influence that comes from DNA. But all of those together are not a 100%. And one of those characteristics singularly is not a 100%. So somebody could be 92 years old, a woman, and have 3 relatives who had Alzheimer's disease and never have the disease.
Once you have it, how quickly does it get worse?
It is an individualized journey. So there are people who 15 years, 20 years later, they're still maybe mid-stage or entering late stage. There is somebody who's a part of my early stage dementia program when I just started this job. He was diagnosed at 47, and by the time he was 52, 53, his wife was trying to find him an assisted living facility to live in. It went amazingly quickly, very quickly.
A lot of times you'll hear that somebody has either dementia, early onset, or some form of Alzheimer's. You'll bring them a bunch of Sudoku books, crossword puzzles, anything to help their brain exercise itself. Does that work at all? Well,
let's say that you should always keep your brain engaged, and you should always challenge your brain. So if you're somebody who does Sudoku, you need to stop doing Sudoku.
Is it Sudoku?
Sudoku?
Yeah.
Am I saying that wrong now,
No,
Brad?
I don't know. I was asking
Brad?
you. No, I was
Brad,
asking.
this is television, Brad. You're razzing me, Brad.
I don't know what it's called. Is it Sudoku or Sudoku?
Now I don't know.
No,
but
see,
that game, why are you doing this to me?
No, I promise, Beth. I am not hazing you. But anyways, you.
So they know that game and they do that game well.
Right.
So what you would do to help somebody keep their brain engaged, you have to challenge it, so they would have to switch to an activity that they don't know well or don't do well right away. So we're constantly needing to challenge your brain and push it with new activities, language, music, and those type of activities.
Okay, so if my 30-something-year-old friends are doing a bunch of those Sudoku puzzles and crossword puzzles thinking they can ward off Alzheimer's,
right.
You can't ward it off.
Well, you know, some of the recommendations would be that we do need to stay mentally engaged, challenging our brain. We need to stay physically fit, so if you have a healthy body, healthy heart, you in turn have a healthier brain. And our diet makes a huge impact, and we need to stay socially connected to other people. We are not meant to be we're individuals, of course, but we're not supposed to live this life alone. We need each other. So we need to be around people, and they help us remember, and they help us learn.
Do you do anything at the association for the caregivers? It destroys their lives.
Caregiver stress is very real. So yes, we do have caregiver support groups, and it's an opportunity to come in and you're with your peers, you're with a trained facilitator, and you can say in a safe environment exactly how you feel. So if you wake up that morning and you had a hard time with your husband, you can say in that group, I really hate my husband, and you will not be judged. And they understand, and you'll get stories supporting your experience, and you'll get experiences and suggestions from people who are living through it.
My last question, and it has to deal with trying to convince our loved one that they have a problem or that they are at the beginning of something that's going to be a long, difficult journey. Can the Alzheimer's Association assist with that intervention?
Certainly. We have what are called care consultations. Someone would make an appointment with our office. They could happen over the telephone, over our 800 number with our helpline, or in person with me. And a care consultation, when it comes to me in the office, there's an initial visit, a second visit, and sometimes there's a third visit. You don't try to get it all done in 1 hour.
Right.
Right.
Well, the work that you do is incredible. I know it's difficult, and I hope that it's rewarding at some point for you.
It absolutely is. Yes, it is.
Good. What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? We have an early stage dementia program, and I am very proud of it. It's a place where people with dementia and caregivers can come and they can be themselves. It's a new normal, and it's a safe environment, and we have a great time together.
Oh, I tell you. Were you about to say something and I cut you off?
It's okay.
You're good?
I'm good.
All right, because we have like 7 seconds.
And I'm done.
Well, you did a great job, extremely informative, and I am grateful. And I know a lot of people watching who've been touched by Alzheimer's are grateful to you and the association. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Brad.
Absolutely. Beth Williams, our special guest today. You can find out a lot more by going to alz.org. There's the number of the 24/7 helpline. No judgment at all, as Beth said. And please, if you can, send them a donation. All that money goes to such wonderful work right here in the CSRA.